This is a true crime in real time update from True Crime Today and the Hidden Killers podcast.
Alex Murdaugh, a once powerful attorney whose life unraveled into a whirlwind of scandal, deceit, and tragedy, has been ordered to pay $14.8 million to Nautilus Insurance Company. This federal court judgment underscores the far-reaching consequences of Murdaugh's fraudulent schemes, including one involving the tragic death of his family's housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield. For many, this marks a critical chapter in the ongoing saga of a man whose actions have left a trail of financial ruin, broken trust, and unanswered questions. The judgment issued by a federal court followed Murdaugh's decision not to contest the lawsuit filed by Nautilus. His admission that he could not pay the judgment and that mounting a defense would be a waste of the court's time speaks volumes about his current state, a sharp fall from grace for a man once revered in South Carolina's legal circles. This latest development centers on an insurance claim Murdaugh orchestrated after Satterfield's death in 2018. According to court records, Satterfield died following a fall at the Murdaugh residence, an incident that Murdaugh falsely attributed to the family's dogs to secure a hefty insurance payout. The funds, however, never reached Satterfield's heirs. Instead, they were funneled into Murdaugh's personal accounts. The circumstances surrounding Gloria Satterfield's death and the subsequent insurance claim reveal the depth of Murdaugh's deceit. Satterfield, a longtime housekeeper for the Murdaugh family, reportedly tripped over the family's dogs and suffered fatal injuries. Murdaugh, presenting himself as a grieving employer, encouraged Satterfield's sons to sue him for insurance money, claiming it would provide them financial support. Behind the scenes, Murdaugh had already devised a plan to pocket the settlement funds. Nautilus Insurance Company, which issued the $4.3 million policy payout, later discovered Murdaugh's fraudulent activities and filed a lawsuit to recover the funds. The lawsuit accused Murdaugh of entering a complex web of deceit to enrich himself at the expense of the Satterfield family and the insurer. With the federal court's default judgment, Nautilus secured not only the repayment of the original settlement, but also additional damages and legal fees, bringing the total to $14.8 million. In court, Murdaugh's response was strikingly subdued. He acknowledged his inability to pay the judgment and refrained from contesting the claims, suggesting that doing so would only prolong the inevitable. His legal strategy, or lack thereof, highlights the precarious position he now finds himself in, a stark contrast to the powerful and well-connected lawyer he once was. Murdaugh's decision not to mount a defense could also be seen as a tacit admission of guilt, further solidifying the damning narrative that has emerged over the past few years. The Nautilus judgment is only the latest chapter in Murdaugh's long and sordid history of legal and financial troubles. Once a respected figure in South Carolina's Low Country, Murdaugh's reputation began to crumble in 2021 when he was implicated in a series of financial crimes. These included embezzling millions of dollars from his law firm, clients, and even family members. The revelations came to light following the shocking murders of his wife Maggie and son Paul at the family's hunting estate. Initially, presenting himself as a grieving husband and father, Murdaugh's involvement in their deaths led to his eventual conviction and life sentence for murder. Murdaugh's financial crimes came to light in part because of the Satterfield case. Her sons, believing they were due the insurance settlement, questioned why they had never received the money. Their inquiries prompted legal scrutiny, ultimately unraveling the intricate web of fraud Murdaugh had woven. In addition to the Nautilus lawsuit, Murdaugh faces numerous other civil and criminal cases ranging from embezzlement to conspiracy. The $14.8 million judgment against Murdaugh carries significant implications, not just for him, but also for ongoing investigations and related legal proceedings. Financially, the judgment adds another layer of debt to Murdaugh's already crumbling estate. With his assets frozen and his once lucrative career in ruins, the likelihood of Nautilus recovering the full amount seems slim. However, the judgment sends a clear message about the consequences of Murdaugh's fraudulent actions and serves as a vindication for Satterfield's family, who have long sought justice. Legally, the judgment could influence other cases involving Murdaugh. It establishes a precedent for holding him accountable for his financial misdeeds, potentially strengthening the positions of other plaintiffs seeking restitution. Moreover, it underscores the broader impact of Murdaugh's actions, which have left a lasting scar on South Carolina's legal and financial landscape. To fully grasp the significance of the Nautilus judgment, one must understand the broader context of the Murdaugh family's legacy. For decades, the Murdaughs wielded considerable influence in South Carolina's Low Country, with generations of family members serving as solicitors, the region's equivalent of district attorneys. Their name was synonymous with power, wealth, and legal expertise. Alex Murdaugh, the scion of this dynasty, inherited not only the family's legal acumen, but also its darker tendencies, a penchant for bending the rules and exploiting their privileged position. The unraveling of the Murdaugh legacy began with the death of Paul Murdaugh's friend Mallory Beach in a 2019 boating accident. Paul, who was allegedly intoxicated at the time, faced criminal charges, but the family's influence initially shielded him from accountability. The incident set off a chain of events that would ultimately expose Alex Murdaugh's criminal activities and lead to his downfall. From the Satterfield case to the financial crimes and the double homicide, the Murdaugh story is one of a family brought low by its own hubris and greed. Beyond the legal and financial consequences, the Murdaugh saga raises profound psychological and social questions. What drives a man like Alex Murdaugh, a product of privilege and power, to engage in such destructive behavior? Was it a sense of entitlement, a desperate attempt to maintain his lifestyle, or something darker? The case also sheds light on the vulnerabilities in legal and financial systems that allowed Murdaugh to perpetrate his schemes for so long. It is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the human cost of corruption. As the legal proceedings against Alex Murdaugh continue, the $14.8 million judgment serves as a stark reminder of the far-reaching impact of his actions. For the Satterfield family, it is a step toward closure, though the financial and emotional toll remains immeasurable. For South Carolina's legal community, it is an opportunity to reflect on the systemic failures that enabled Murdaugh's crimes and to implement safeguards against future abuses of power. The story of Alex Murdaugh is far from over. With each new revelation, the complex web of deceit and betrayal grows more tangled, leaving a legacy that will be studied and debated for years to come. In the end, the judgment against Murdaugh is not just about money. It is about accountability, justice, and the hope that even in the darkest of times, the truth will prevail.
In a world where the darkest secrets lie just beneath the surface.
They said it was an accident, but the evidence says otherwise.
Where hidden killers roam, unnoticed, in the shadows.
I think you would definitely be looking at a blend of toxic, very bad narcissistic personality traits, and they will be vengeful and possibly resort to violence.
Join Tony Bruschi as he uncovers the truth behind the most chilling cases.
They said it was an accident, but the evidence clearly says otherwise.
Each episode, we dig deep into the minds of those who commit the unthinkable.
To your point on narcissism, he thinks in his own mind how witty he is, but he lost that jury. I was done with him in 2 minutes.
From unsolved mysteries to infamous crimes.
Geez, you've just talked about how you've taught yourself how to do everything under the sun. I bet you did a YouTube video, how to best kill somebody with a knife.
Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi takes you where few dare to go.
How does someone with such a dark secret go unnoticed for so long?
With multiple new episodes every single day.
We're not just telling stories, we're seeking justice.
Listen now on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi.